How do you win a world championship? You could grind out a safe little draw, or you could end it with a queen sacrifice so clean that grandmasters called it the most brilliant final move in championship history. New York City, 2016. Magnus Carlsen's crown is on the line, and it happens to be his birthday. The backstory: 12 classical games against Sergey Karjakin, a man nicknamed the Minister of Defense because his superpower is simply refusing to lose. Karjakin struck first in Game 8. Magnus took it poorly. He stormed out of the press conference and collected a fine on his way. Then he clawed back level. The match ended 6-6, and the whole World Championship came down to a rapid tiebreak, played on Magnus's 26th birthday. Tiebreak, Game 4. Magnus leads. Karjakin must win this game or the match is over, so he reaches for the sharpest weapon in chess. Magnus, meanwhile, needs only a draw. Remember that. He needs only a draw. Karjakin lunges into the Sicilian, the opening you choose when a draw is worthless to you. Pawns get traded in the center, knights come flying, and both men know exactly what kind of evening this is going to be. And now watch Magnus do the cruelest thing you can do to a man who needs chaos. He removes it. Pawn to c4, clamping the center shut. Piece by piece, everything gets a job, everything gets protected. Karjakin needs a knife fight, and Magnus hands him paperwork. Castled kings, tidy rooks, no loose ends anywhere. It's beautiful, in an infuriating sort of way. What follows is what a world championship knife fight actually looks like. 14 moves of shuffling. Knights hop out and hop back. Rooks slide 2 squares and reconsider their life choices. Nobody blinks. This is rapid chess, and the clocks are telling the real story. Karjakin is burning minutes he does not have. But look closely at Black's pieces. Slowly, politely, they're running out of useful squares. The Minister of Defense is being walled into his own ministry. Then, at last, the position splits open, and Karjakin stops. Watch his clock. He pours 6 full minutes into a single decision, an eternity in rapid chess, and by the time the dust settles, he is under 2 minutes for the entire rest of the game. Karjakin, needing a miracle, sends his queen and rook shopping. A pawn here, a pawn there. And Magnus just lets him. Every pawn Black grabs on the queen side is a move his defense isn't making back home. Magnus is trading groceries for time, and time is the only currency that matters now. Now the white pieces begin to circle. The queen finds her diagonal. The rooks take turns leaning on the 5th rank. That little h-pawn marches up the board and nails the escape hatch shut. Karjakin defends it all. Of course he does. It's what he was born for. But defending is all he's doing. Somewhere around here, every strong player watching had the same quiet thought. The king on g8 is not okay. And Karjakin, credit where it's due, punches back. His queen dives in, the rook lands on the 2nd rank, check, real threats, and he conjures all of it on fumes. 10 seconds a move, 20 moves in a row, while Magnus still keeps 3 minutes in the bank. Remember, Magnus needs only a draw. Every coward's exit is wide open. Instead, rook to c8, check. The king shuffles to h7. And here, the title one safe move away, 2 minutes on his own clock, Magnus sees it. And honestly, he never had a choice. Some moves you play because they win. Some you play because they're true. Queen. h6, check. The entire queen offered on a silver plate in a world championship when a quiet draw wins everything. And it's completely unanswerable. Take with the pawn, and the rook takes f7, checkmate. Take with the king. And rook h8 is checkmate. Karjakin, ever the professional, simply resigned. But this is what the board was about to say. The most brilliant final move in the history of the World Championship. And here is the moment itself. 38 seconds of history, the sacrifice, the handshake, and the champion, still the champion.
We have a day, or you have a day left in Hamburg, as far as I know. Yeah. So we'll do something. Fiona will fill you in on the reaction in the outside world. And by the outside world, I mean the Twitter sphere. That's as far out as I go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks a lot, Peter Svidler. Congratulations and happy birthday, Magnus Carlsen. Now where do I click? That's the eternal question. probably hear you.
Magnus Carlsen kept his crown with a move players will be showing their grandchildren. Needing only a draw on his birthday, he chose immortality instead. The cake, one assumes, tasted excellent. Want to replay this game move by move, or find the brilliancies hiding in your own games? Head to Mated.gg. Famous games, free game reviews that show you exactly why you lost, and a play coach to practice against.